Hi guys, I've just seen Thor: The Dark World today, and it came out last week in the UK, but it hasn't come out in America. I think it comes out this Friday. So the people who haven't seen it don't watch the review and all that. I will try not to include spoilers in this review, be it spoiler free. Don't worry about that. And so yeah, saw this movie today, and it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this movie. And is it better than the first one? I can't really say because they both have their own qualities. I loved the first movie. It was fantastic. It's one of those films that I can rewatch again and again. And it is. I think it's short. I think it's like less than 2 hours. I think, and I think it's the same for this one as well. So the first movie is just so I don't know anything about Thor at all. I don't read the comics, or I don't read anything to do with Thor. So going into seeing the first movie without the knowledge of the history of Thor, it's better for me because I learn about Thor through the movies. I suppose there's some people who know everything about Thor and they go in see the film and they can analyse it that way. But I'm sort of analyse the films in a way that I don't know what's happening. I'm just talking about what I've seen on the screen, that kind of thing. But the first film, it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. And then I was definitely looking forward to the second movie, which came out last week. And again, I really enjoyed it. The story is fantastic. The special effects are fantastic. You get to see more of Asgard in this film than the first one, which is a massive plus. We get to see more of Thor's homeworld and the nine realms as well. Not just Earth. You do get to see Earth in this one, obviously, because you've seen the trailers. But you see more of Asgard and the other nine realms more than Earth in this film. Whereas in the first one, it was like 20% set in Asgard and the rest it was on Earth in Mexico. So that's one of the big differences between the first and the second. That's what I liked about Thor 2, or The Dark World, is more Asgard basically, and the special effects showing Asgard, it's just amazing. Even in the first film, it was what I've seen of Asgard in the first film was fantastic, but they show more, more buildings and more in depth of the world, and it's just the special effects. It's just amazing. We get to see them, first in a battle, with not Thor, Sif, and the band, all those people. Let's go to say one little thing. Zachary Levi as Vandro, I think. I can't remember his name. At first, I could not at all recognise him. It looks completely different. I know he had the blonde hair and the moustache, but still, when he first appeared on the screen, I thought, is that Zachary Levi? I knew it was, but it just didn't look like him. But as it goes on, you see like a proper look of his face, and it can see him, But it was just unbelievable. But that was good. It makes you believe he was playing a character. You're not seeing an actor, you're seeing a character, which is good. That's what everyone's looking for in a film, I suppose. So that's what I was when I saw. That's what I thought when I saw him. Throughout the film, there are some like comedy moments. It may have been too much, but it's not everything. That I made it like funny, but everything. It's just little subtle moments, I suppose. But it made a bit too much. Yeah, there are some surprise twists throughout the film. One, just I'll say 30 minutes in the film, there was the first surprising thing that I found. I'm not going to say what happened. I don't want to spoil it for you. And then there's another twist at the end of the film. Not the credits. I'll get into the credits later, but the end of the film, and then the credits at the end. And it was definitely a twist. There's definitely going to be a Thor 3, obviously. You know, the way that ended is definitely going to be another sequel. So yeah, we get to see more of Loki in this one, and obviously after the events of the Avengers, when it was Battle of New York and the Avengers, and he's pretty much got sent into a prison in Asgard. You know, and later in the film, Thor asks what happened with a certain character led Thor to ask Loki for help. They wanted to find Malkuth. I can't pronounce his name because it's this dark elf played by Christopher Eccleston. He played the character well, by the way. It's so unbelievably evil, you know. It's just fantastic. He definitely portrayed him very well. And Thor wanted Loki's help to find him, and you know, get him away from fighting Asgard. You know, destroying Asgard. He was trying to get him away. And the other reason why Thor wanted to find him, that Jane Foster got infected with either. So, and it's like an evil, some sort of virus infected Jane, and he wanted to, Thor wanted to get rid of the virus. That's why he wanted to find Malkuth. So that's pretty much what the entire film is. It happened. We get to see returning characters from the first film. Darcy, played by Kat Dennings. She's pretty much the brings the humour into the film, and we get to see Eric Selvig, who was in the first film and the Avengers. He was gone a bit mental, you know, he's a bit mental problems with him, and obviously what happened to the Avengers with the mind control, and this is pretty much, you know, expected. That's what we get. We see all those characters returning, and Loki in this film is just Tom Hiddleston plays him so well. You know, it's like Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. It's like he owns the character. He owns the role. When you think of Iron Man, you think of Robert Downey Jr. And it's the same with Loki and Tom Hiddleston. And it can't see anyone else playing Loki rather than him. You know, he owns the role so well, and that's a fantastic thing for an actor to do. You know, so big props to him. And Chris Hemsworth, that plays Thor, he portrayed Thor in this film as more experienced and more controlled than the first movie. And obviously, what happens in the events of the Avengers led to this. I suppose it's, if you remember, in the first film, he was more arrogant. You know, he think he knows everything. You know, what he think he does is right. You know, but it's not. You know, in the first film. In the first film, he learns this at the end of the film. You know, and then in the Avengers and fighting with the team and stopping Loki. I suppose that's what led him to this. It's more you know, really thought out what he's gonna do in a battle. Not work with his team, stop the bad guys. He thinks. He plans. He can tell he's more controlled. Very more experienced in what he's doing. But I don't think he's ready to be king yet. Even he said he's not ready to be king just yet. So maybe in Thor 3 or in future sequels or whatever, he might become king. I'm guessing Thor 3. Maybe at the end of Thor 3, he'll probably become a king. But not just yet. Natalie Portman plays Jane Foster. She returns in this one as well, and I actually like the character. It's not some typical damsel in distress kind of person. That's what I like about characters like this. He uses knowledge and skills to help the superhero like Thor in this film. She's portrayed better, that's what I like female characters like this. In the past, they're always shown as a damsel in distress, and it's started to get boring. But now they portray female characters more better, they're more equal kind of thing, and which I like to see. So that was good. Darcy, it was just pretty much the same as the first one. It just brings the humour into the film. That's all I can really say about this about her character. There was one little thing, it's sort of a cameo, but it's not a cameo of that person, but a look-alike, if you know what I mean. Where Loki was going through this shapeshift into different people, and one of them stood out. I'm not going to say who it was, but he stood out. Excuse me. But that character that Loki shapeshifted into stood out. I was like, what? Never expected that. That was good. It was, the way that Loki portrayed that character, it was just fantastic. It was a bit funny, but it was the right amount of humour of that. It's just, I'm not going to say who it was, but you could have watched the film to see who I'm talking about. But it was so good. It's a clever cameo of some sorts. The end, right? There are two post-credit kind of thing. One's the mid-credit. That's the one you need to watch. Okay, it needs onto. I believe it's Guardian of the Galaxy. That's the clip. These two. Except the. I'm not going to say anything anymore. So I want you to watch the credits. There, like I said, there was two. The one's the mid-credit and one's the post-credit. The very end of the film. So the mid-credit is the one to watch. The post is, it's just there. I thought it was just, a bit adding more to the story. It had Thor and Jane in it, so it's just adding more of the story to the film. But the mid-credit is the one to watch. So it's up to you. I stayed to the end. You probably will do the same. So, but mid-credit is the one to watch for definite. So yeah, that's it for this review, and definitely enjoyed it. Definitely recommend you guys to watch it. And thank you for watching. Bye.